Way to go.
Okay, then, darling. Have you got your paper to have a look? That's all right. I'll try back in a minute to see what we've done.
You can probably hear me puffing here because we've just walked up from the coach. There's a coach driver on the right. The coach is behind that line of trees between it and the lake. It's quite a puff. Really remote spot here on Hadrian's Wall. There aren't many Roman soldiers left, but I think there's one over there. There's an exhibition in there apparently, which we might look at later, but apparently it's over towards the right that the main Roman encampment was. So let's go and have a look at that. So along the way my other half has disappeared. I did hear mention if it's too steep she's going to have a coffee instead. So I suspect that's where she's got to now. Anyway, just approaching the ruins that the Scots knocked around a bit. You can see we're right on top of the world here. The old ancient border between England and Scotland. And of course now the border to Scotland is quite a long way further north than it was in Roman times. Just beginning to see the foundations here of some of the Roman buildings. We can read this later when we get home.
Yes. Yes, they're so useful for that, aren't they?
Yes. Well, there's quite a wind blowing here. Wouldn't be at all surprised if I've got wind noise here. Poor dog was nearly blown over just now. I think that's just staying there, kept there by the wind.
I did again.
Oh dear.
Oh, I'm filming again, are you?
Oh yes. They will show Valerie that you made it anyway, even if she didn't.
Yeah. Oh. I don't know if I want to climb up anymore, Jim. I don't know.
Well, you got this far. It's only just up there. Usually it's a bit more sheltered here. Well, if I can make it to the very top, then it's going to be downhill from there on. Get a fine view from here anyway. Looks like a school party up there.
Out when they left, and they had to serve 25 years to find that out. This would have also been the bank. So the reason it's right in the middle is because it's the safest place. Armour kept here, money kept here, standards kept here. Also,
I think this is evidence that they used to have central heating here. They used to have fires underneath the floors, which were lifted up above the fires and the stones. Of course, the main building would have been a lot higher as well. All we're seeing is the underfloor left now. Same in that building there. Keep the food dry.
Yeah.
That's better.
I suppose that's what remains of the wall leading up to this soldiers' encampment. You can just imagine when there were wars going on here, the enemy lurking amongst those trees over there and swinging a sudden charge. They'd have to run some to get up here. Bows and arrows would have laid them down before they got very far. Guess you can't see any sign of the car park behind those trees now. This was described as the North Gate. So you had to prove that you were friendly before you'd be allowed in through here. You just come in the gate, have you? I'll have to check your pass. You imagine them charging up the slope here with spears to be met halfway by arrows. Yes, when you realise probably hundreds of people died within a few feet of this place since the Romans were in Britain. No, it's a tourist attraction. You come to by coach. So here's a remote spot. Imagine it in the winter time and this is all covered by snow. If you're a Roman soldier, used to the Roman Terran climate. Built in the year 123 AD. Foundations is all that's left now, but they had a good viewpoint of the surrounding countryside. So if you were to clamber up on the wall, how steep a drop is it the other side? Let's have a look. Oh, it's not immediately too steep, but enough to certainly people couldn't have got up that bit very easily. And there's some walkers coming towards us now. They've probably been walking from the west coast of England, heading for the east coast. They're French, all the way from France, walking Hadrian's Wall. Because the Romans occupied France as well. They used to call it Gaul, I believe. Huh. Amazing what the Romans did. Well, it's blowing so hard here. So when there's not blown the stone blocks down over all the hundreds of thousands of years. They're still standing. This is something for Roman engineering. I guess this must be the West Gate. This is as far as the building works extend. Nothing but sheep and moorland beyond here. Then there's the exhibition centre. Right. A little bit sheltered here. Yeah, it's amazing how that wind can be so strong in one position, and just a few yards away there's hardly any wind at all. I can see our coach driver sat down there in a sheltered spot with a white shirt on. Yeah, this isn't a sheltered spot, very windy here. Over the wall, trees and sheep. And wind. And then Bonin weather station there behind those fences. That's quite a unique view here though. Looks like school children down there being taught by the one remaining Roman soldier who stayed here. Gosh, the wind has just died instantly. Amazing. I think she's showing some Roman underclothes that can't see them now, but he was talking about them. Can't really pick it up. Yeah, baggy. Anyway, let's see what this exhibition is like in here.
Right, well, I can show you around in here if you like, yeah? Yeah, I'll do.
I wonder if I can follow him, would he mind if I recorded it?
Yeah, so
Do you mind if I film in here? Is it okay to film? Okay? Thank you.
It's the original.
yeah, it's the original, yeah. It's amazing, isn't it?
It's British preserved it.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't fixed in the winter.
Yeah, it wouldn't have lasted very long outside, so it's...
Is it the sort of sandstone?
I believe it is, yeah. There should be it's the Statue of Victory.
Is it really?
Yes, the goddess of victory. Yeah, it's a symbol of success in battle.
Who took his arms up?
We're not sure. They tend to, when you find the office,
There's a model of the place.
Some women expanded, and once their son grew of age, they grew.
and of course,
These soldiers were best loved. Even when you look at all they loved people, Roman physicians.
later on,
Alright, it's time to making my way back. Should be easier than the climb up anyway.